So there's nothing better than driving up and down the California coast on my way to talk positive coaching and triple impact competitors with high school athletes at Cade High School in Santa Barbara. Looking forward to doing some work for the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable. But I was thinking about something a lot today, and I wanted to share it a little bit. I knew at a really young age I wanted to coach. I started teaching PE and coaching middle school sports when I was 18, my freshman year in college. And I was taking a coaching theory class. One of the very first papers I did was on John Wooden, and it was an article in Psychology Today called What a Coach Can Teach a Teacher. And it was by Tharp and Gallimore, educational psychologists, so it was kind of a research-based article, not a sports article necessarily, but they followed John Wooden, his very last season of coaching in 1975, and they charted thousands and thousands of acts of teaching and coaching, and they categorized them as teaching, instruction, scolding, re-instructing, praising, and they broke it down by percentages. So then I walked around with a voice recorder while I was coaching and tried to compare, and saw that I had a long, long way to go. And that was years and years and years ago, way before Positive Coaching Alliance was in existence or I started speaking with them. Then when I started to hear their principles and sharing the things that PCA believes and some of the research that they use, I thought back to that article on Coach Wooden, and it made me realize and remember a conversation I had with him during basketball camp one time. I had a chance to work his very last camp at Cal Lutheran University in the 90s. And I asked him about this article because it showed that he didn't praise his players very much more than he directly scolded them. And I thought that was really different given the grandfatherly image that Coach Wooden had. And so I asked him, and we were amongst a bunch of coaches over breakfast. And he said, "Coach, when you take the time to teach your boys, there's an implied belief that you think that they can achieve. And that in itself is praise." And that made some sense to me. So Coach Wooden felt that taking the time to teach was praise. So I went back to the numbers and I looked at the article and I added up all of the different acts that contained an act of teaching and added that with his praises. And it came up to this magic ratio that we keep seeing in research all over the world that points to success in school and business and life and relationships and marriage even. Dr. John Gottman at the University of Washington did a research project where he had 700 married couples come into his office and he videotaped them for 15 minutes just having a conversation, and he charted all of their positive and negative interactions, verbal and nonverbal. Then, along with some mathematician, he predicted whether they were going to be married in 10 years or not. 10 years later, he invited them all back. And 500 or so of them responded. And given his predictions, he was 94% correct. That magic ratio that he found in his research and is pointed to in all sorts of research in other areas is 5-to-1. 5 times as many positive memories, positive interactions as criticisms or corrections, setbacks, failures, negatives. 5-to-1 is the magic ratio. And if you work really hard to get to that 5-to-1 ratio, 5 times as many positive memories, things that you create, verbal and nonverbal, smiles, high fives, hugs, pats on the back, eye contact, using people's name in a positive tone. Along with all of the positive things that you say, you're going to be successful in a lot of things that you do. Relationships will be better. Businesses will perform better. Teams will play better. You'll be better. Shoot, there's research that says positive people live 7 years longer. So if for any other reason, be positive. Be great. Coach Loke, out.